In what might be one of the most heartless actions we have ever seen from President Donald Trump, he's issued an executive order that will effectively end billions of dollars worth of subsidy payments that went to insurance companies to help ensure that low-income Americans, the elderly, were able to purchase health insurance plans through the Obamacare Affordable Care Act program. What this means, according to analysts and according to the CBO, is that with these payments stopped, with these subsidies ended, millions of Americans are going to see their premiums increase over the next 18 months by at least 20%, possibly as high as 25%, just in the first 18 months. Now, what Donald Trump has done here by ending these subsidies is telling low-income Americans that you're on your own. We are not going to fulfill the promises that we made in this piece of legislation. We are not going to enforce the laws as they are written. We do not care about the oath of office that we took to honor and uphold the Constitution and the laws of the United States. Because at the heart of it, that's what this is. The Affordable Care Act is a law. Those subsidies are required under law. But instead, he is directed through executive order, Health and Human Services, to end these subsidies, effectively pricing millions of Americans out of the health insurance market. This is going to cause a downward spiral, essentially the death spiral that Republicans have been talking about for months that hadn't previously existed. Well, now they're creating the opportunity for that death spiral to actually begin. They're doing this purely out of spite. They claim that we just don't have the money to keep making these, quote, illegal payments to health insurance companies, when in reality, we have the money. The money is there. Hell, we just approved a $700 billion plus budget for the military for 1 year. You can't tell me that we can't afford to give these people these subsidies, not paying for the whole thing. We're just helping them pay for part of it. You can't tell me that we can't afford to allow these people to continue on with their health insurance the way it is. That is an absolute lie from this administration. And again, they're doing this on purpose. They're doing this out of spite, not just for low-income Americans, not just for the elderly, but for Obama and the Democratic Party who passed this piece of legislation. They have wanted it to fail since day one, and since it wasn't failing on their own, they decided they had to go in, the Republicans, Donald Trump, and sabotage it from the inside. That's what this is. This isn't about costs. This isn't about creating something better. This is about sabotaging a program that was seemingly working fine. It wasn't perfect, but it was doing okay. Millions more people got health insurance as a result of this law. And they're sabotaging it because they want to make Obama look bad and they want to make the Democratic Party look bad. But at the end of the day, this should, I am hoping, backfire on both Donald Trump and the Republican Party. Because when we go to the polls in 2018 and you're already paying an extra 25% in your health insurance premiums, I hope everybody in this country remembers which political party did that to them. If you're thinking about subscribing to our channel, I strongly encourage you to do that. But if you're not thinking about subscribing, I would encourage you to start thinking about it, and then once you're thinking about it, actually go and do it. You can see the subscribe button right there on the screen, or if you're watching on a different platform, go to youtube.com/theringofFire.